the Lord was doing favors. Blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few. Lost a few wages. Still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors. Still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers.
It's week 10 of the NFL. And coming up next, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Seahawks and the Colts, and it's all up next.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store as it will be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Seahawks team as they get ready here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. The Seahawks at 7-1 now on the year, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now this throw caught left side.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick here is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 20 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 25 carries, 128 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. A gear for Walker running right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 more there, and they're on the roll. It's another 1st down. They'll run the toss to Walker. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Pittman's first catch, good for a first down. Now it's Richardson. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. As they've got it as we resume action. Richardson now on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 4th down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Steps away to his left. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Back to Walker on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Walker with another carry. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 37. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Street's got it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. This offense so far on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Brandon, I'm reflecting back to one of our conversations earlier this week when you talked about how well this rookie has played this season while leading his team to a quality record. But let's face it, his best stuff, he doesn't have it in this one so far.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Still going inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Richardson working from the gun. Delivers another one to Pierce. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on 3rd and short. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year not to take anything away from him.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Come on, guys, you got this. Let's win.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Brandon Ayuk, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Garrett Wilson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Sam Howell, a touchdown pass in the victory. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected. But this is a good pickup here for the first down.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag out to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
Hey. That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
1st and 10, it's
Oh my god. Yeah, my defense isn't slipping. I guess it's just we did do a Marvel draft last season.
Gotta find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Another carry for Pierce.
Oh yeah.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense.
But they're not smart enough.
Come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the shotgun, Richardson.
Yeah, on the football field.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced with your zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says
oh shit, Kyle, you play the Saints this week.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store.
He hasn't really been active, so we'll see if he even says anything. Yeah.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Able to power through. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right.
Beautiful.
He finds his man, complete. It's Welch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running left is Walker. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd and 3. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much and you forget the other options that are out there.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Streak the man in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Oh, touchdown.
22-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they can get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Defense got
I don't even remember what play I did there.
Forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Richardson to throw, play action. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Damn.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Yeah, Richardson back to front.
There you go. Good piece. There we go. This is it. This is what I'm talking about. This is the Seahawks. I know.
It's best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 20.
Oh, sneak through. Oh, really? The kicker got me. The kicker was the last guy I needed to beat, damn it.
Yeah. First and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. Is they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly.
Are we fighting harder now?
What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
Oh, I should have went around. I thought he was going to cut through.
Just get that feel.
Yeah, we're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
7 yards there and a first down. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Welch. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Welch. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the right side, this is Walker.
Walker!
There's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 118 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Trying the left side with Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And the throw from Pittman is intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. A 2nd down pass play there, but
I was laughing at you guys' laugh.
Quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
How is it between 2?
But it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb
Is
it
it caught
downfield and
Indian?
add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types
How
of
do you have a mindset if you just high all the time?
Yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. This taken in by Downs. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, desperation time.
Damn.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And shot
Walker.
the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Flush to him. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Boye Mafe charges in there.
Shit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the left side, catch by Wayne. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion.
Oh, shit.
I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he's
got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
First down, Colts.
Richardson. He's got his man. It's Pierce. Short completion, just 4 yards, and then it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And the Colts first down.
Yeah, Richardson yet again. This pass left side to Downs. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Here's 2nd and 3.
On the Seahawks 11-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Richardson working from the gun. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. That time a 9-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. Not liking the look, they'll change the play. 2nd and 4. Completes this one to Starks. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter. And the QB is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
No effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. Richardson looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's got questions and definitely not
I'm handling business. I'm handling business. Game plan is over.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of
Yeah,
bounds
I'm
as he
dicking
gets
down.
this down to the 45.
Oh.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson. That complete to Downs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27.
One last shot for Richardson. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor.
Not good, baby. Fuck you. No. It's crazy at halftime, and it was like how close it was, and then yeah, it took over. And that was like the last few seconds. I was losing before that. It was like 3-7 before the last minute.